Hello, everybody. It is Saturday night. We got the disco ball. Where's that disco ball? We got that disco ball going. We're all glitzed up. It's Saturday night on the Jim Masters Show live. I hope you're all decked out. Did you get the memo? You're supposed to be all dressed up. It's a night out on the town. It's Saturday night with Jim Masters, your host. Good to have you with us. You and everybody around the world. We're all sparkled up here to give you some light, levity, and love, or as we have recently dubbed for this show, Loveity. People are asking, where did that word Loveity come from? Well, a couple of nights ago, I was doing the introduction and I was saying, hey, this is the show where light and levity and love reign, where they're paramount, where we celebrate it, and slept up a little bit and said, light, instead of saying light, love, and light, levity, and love, I said light and lovity. Well, guess what? You guys loved the word loveity, so we're using that now on the show. So we're here. It's Saturday night. We got that disco ball keeps moving. We got the disco ball moving. The candle is glowing. Your friends are here, George Burns and Jeannie and the whole crowd. This is an entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We have amazing guests with deep conversation, inspiration, levity, food, music, folks from television and movies and music, as well as science and sports and culinary arts and so much more. And we have had so many incredible guests joining us. What a great week it's been. I don't know if you saw the episode last night. The episode last night featured a very special guest, and that is television legend, film, television, stage, voiceover actress, as well as author and producer, Sissy from Family Affair, Kathy Garver. She was my very special guest for an extended, exclusive conversation here. Several of my friends in the television industry mentioned to me that Kathy was available, and we chatted, put it all together, and she was a great guest last night. We had so much fun, a lot of levity, great conversation. She was talking about her career as an actress and so much more. Her involvement with the 10 Commandments, which a lot of people didn't know, and her years on Family Affair and so much more. So if you'd like to see that full interview with award-winning veteran television legend and actress Kathy Garver, just go to our YouTube channel. You can certainly do that. Go to the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. And guess what? All of the episodes are there. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes. Well, actually 7 weeks of episodes, not 7 episodes. 7 weeks of episodes are there for you. All the great guests, all the fun segments, all the on location. We're going to take you on location today as, again, we celebrate some light, love, and levity together, or as we call Loveity. Hope you're doing well today. If you're just joining us, I realize it's a beautiful Saturday night. Lots of people are out and about. They like, you know what people are doing? They're telling me that they're binge watching the episodes as well, in case they miss anything, on the YouTube channel. That's very cool. The YouTube channel is Jim Masters TV. Subscribe to the channel, doesn't cost anything, and you have an opportunity to see all the episodes, 7 weeks of shows on the Jim Masters Show live. Got a full week of guests coming up. Tomorrow is Father's Day. We're going to have a very special Father's Day episode as well. If you would like feel free to email me tonight and at least by tomorrow morning, photos of your fathers, grandfathers. If you'd like them to be shown tomorrow on the show, as your host, Jim Masters. Yes, good evening. Good to have you with us from all around the world. Or good morning to our viewers in Australia, having breakfast right now in Australia. We have an audience that's all across the United States, Canada, Asia, Australia, Europe. Doesn't matter. It's the fact that you're here. The locale doesn't matter. It's the fact that you're here. We have so many people telling us that they're watching all these episodes on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, and that's terrific. So you can watch them again. And if you're just joining us, we're having a lot of fun. Saturday nights, we have a lot of fun together. We sort of lighten the load. It's sort of the end of the week. If you want to have photos of your father or grandfather, or maybe your father as well, and you'd like to see them on tomorrow night's special Father's Day weekend episode, shoot them to this address, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's right, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That is the email address if you'd like to have an opportunity to possibly have, which is really cool and very special. You're not going to find that anywhere else. This show does it because we're very viewer-centric and viewer-interactive. Tonight, tomorrow morning, up till about midday tomorrow, if you have some photos of your father, whether your father is still with us or maybe he passed, or your grandfather or somebody else, some other male figure in your life that's very special, feel free to email me the photos. And when you email them, let me know, who it is and what their name is and what their relationship is to. Say, hi, Jim, this is Betty, and this is my father, Bob, or my grandfather, Sal, or whatever it may be. Feel free to do that. You can email them tonight up to midday tomorrow Eastern time to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's jimmasterstv@gmail.com. And we will try to get them on the air and show them tomorrow to celebrate your father, to celebrate your grandfather or your uncle or another male role model in your life that is like a father figure to you. Maybe your father passed when you were young and there was another person who stepped up and took that role of dad. Maybe you're a father as well. We can celebrate you tomorrow on the Father's Day edition. So, a lot of fun. We got the disco ball going. We're all sparkled up. And we're having a cool time tonight where it's all about Loveity. And again, if you're just joining us, I see a lot of new people joining us. If you're just tuning in, I'm your host, Jim Masters. Again, I do this professionally, but we started this show 7 weeks ago, and it's been extraordinarily fun. And so many people are hopping on board as guests, and everybody's sharing the links and telling each other, having watch parties on YouTube as well as on Facebook at Jim Masters TV. So tonight, for Saturday night, we've got some nice, chilled, cool Chardonnay. Yeah, Chardonnay, the Saturday night as your host, Jimmy Masters tonight with all the cast of characters. Yes, we're going to introduce them in just a minute. Again, the show is serious sometimes it is in between. Saturday nights, we like to have fun. We like to put smiles on your faces. So, light, levity, and love. Raise your glasses. I toast to you and you and you and you and you. And we're going to take some viewer comments in just a minute, see how your weekend is going. It's been an absolutely positively spectacular day here along the coast. Really beautiful. We were out today. We were playing tennis. We went along the beach. It was really nice. We went for hiking as well. It's a little humid. It's like, I think in the high 80s, low 90s. We're going to be going into a heat wave here in the northeastern United States. Where are you guys located? What cities? What town? Hey, I've got to say something else personally to all of you. So many of you have been sending me these wonderful Facebook messages, and you've been posting on my Facebook fan page all this love and support. You've been subscribing to the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV and sharing the links. Many of you have been hopping on my Instagram page at Jim Masters TV, and you've been hopping on my Twitter page at Jim Masters TV. You've been sending me all these beautiful words about how this entertainment lifestyle talk show series that we created just 7 weeks ago. And again, since I do this television work professionally, it sort of comes naturally for me to do it. We built the set, we created everything here for you and to connect with you around the world. But so many of you have been relaying to me, which really touches my heart, how this series really touches your life, how you're finding it something that you must watch. We have people that go out of their way to rearrange their day to make sure they're here with us 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, or late into the hours in Europe and other locations, or in the morning in places like New Zealand and Australia, that you don't want to miss the live shows and that you want to be a part of it. You want to be here. So I really appreciate that. And you've been telling me how much these shows touch your life, the inspiration, the guests, the fun segments, the on location, all the great things we do together. That's beautiful. I really appreciate it. I read every message, whether they're private Facebook messages or they're comments on the YouTube channel, or they're posted on my Facebook fan page at Jim Masters TV, or sent to the show's email address at jimmasterstv@gmail.com. I have been reading every single one of them, and I really appreciate it. So here's to you and you and you and you and you. Again, if you're just joining us, it's Saturday night. We're all decked out for our Saturday night together. A little smooth Chardonnay always goes well. Hope you're doing well. Look who's here. Kathy Garver was our guest last night, and I showed her this. Matter of fact, all the guests who have seen this have been really loving this. Your friend George Burns is here, and George is here to say, hello, how are you? He's here to greet all of you as well. He's got his cigar. He's all set for his Saturday night with you. Look at that smile, huh? He's all decked out in his tux, and he's got his little red hanky there. He is my sidekick here on the Jim Masters Show. And of course, your friend Jeannie is here in the bottle. She is resting as she has been, but maybe if you look close, maybe you can see her in there. So Jeannie's here. A lot of TV memorabilia right on this show. Somebody else that you guys always look for from the TV shoot when I was in Europe. We picked this up. This comes from Switzerland. This beautiful canine Silver. And he sees all of you as well, and he says hello to all of you. Again, he is one of our trusted mascots here on the show, one of our props, but we don't want to tell we don't want these cast of characters to know that they're actually props. They are our family. They're part of the Jim Masters Show family. They're on that, as many of you dubbed it, the Jim Masters train. I love that. You guys have been coming up with some great taglines. And of course, we're using Loveity. You see it on the screen there. Now, some people have said, well, how are we going to spell Loveity? You could spell it Lovity, or you can spell it Loveity, because generally, it's I before E, except after C. However, if we want to be original, and if we want to really use the full word love and combine it with levity, humor, levity, we've created that word, Loveity, Loveity. So again, some people said, how come you don't spell it Lovity? Well, because we want to use the full word love. So it's our exclusive word we're using just here on the Jim Masters Show Live. And again, that was haphazard. That was something that just was a slip of the tongue, a Freudian slip. And now we've got a new word, the show where Loveity reigns. And of course, look who's here. There's your buddy. There's Jimmy. He's here to say hello to all of you and wave to you all around the world. Hoping you guys are doing well wherever you are. Look at that face. There he's a cutie. There he is. He's coming right in there. I don't think I've ever brought him this close, but there he is. How can you not resist that face, huh? He's all decked out for his Saturday night as well. I hope you guys are decked out. Actually, you don't have to get decked out. You could be, in your comfortable summer clothing. We're welcoming summer this weekend, at least here in this part of the hemisphere. I know they're going into winter down under. So all of you down under, our friends and fans in Australia and New Zealand, and you're getting ready to bundle up. And as Eileen Barker there in the Midlands, Eastern Perth and Western Australia, who watches all the time, says they're wearing their jumpers. And she loves when we have a ripper of a time here on the Jim Masters Show. More to do to welcome you. As you know, it's all about lights, camera, and action. We go big time. We go Hollywood on this entertainment lifestyle talk show series. So let's get it going here. we say lights, camera, and action. All right. So there you go. We go big, we go Hollywood style. And it's good to have you with us. How are you doing this Saturday? Again, I'm your host, Jim Masters. This is an entertainment lifestyle talk show series that we created just 7 weeks ago. We're going into our 8th week. And I have to tell you, I was on the phone and I was working hard today with everybody putting the show together, not just for today, but the Father's Day show tomorrow, and also the shows coming up. We are literally booked all the way to the 2nd week of August with guests galore, almost every night, or at least Monday through Thursday or Friday. It's extraordinary. People in the industry that I work in television and film and broadcast, are all telling each other, and they want to hop on as guests. And then other folks that I know in music and science and food and art and sports and everywhere else, they want to hop on as well. And inspirational people and relationship coaches. And this is really exciting. It's truly been a blessing. So it's viewer interaction time as well. You know, on Saturday night, we have a lot of viewer interaction. So we're going to toast you again. And I'm going to have another sip of the Chardonnay. Usually, sometimes I only get one sip of whatever the beverage of choice is, because I'm busy doing the show, or we have the guests and we're doing the interviews and everything. But that Chardonnay is just too good to let sit there. And George Burns right there, you see the top of his head. You don't know, he's got a cigar. There's been times I put the glass there and it seems to lower by the time the show is wrapped. So I don't know what George does, if he's got a big straw and he just sips up whatever the beverage of choice is. But how you guys doing today? It is a pleasure to have you here. I love the fact that right now, worldwide, we are streaming, simulcasting, and broadcasting to an international audience, trying to do what we can to put smiles on your face, to lighten your load. Again, we change the set, we change the look, we change everything as much as we can based on the theme of the show, the format of the show. This show is something different every single day. Today, we're going to take you on location to some cool places. I'm going to show you some cool photos as well. So we're going to leave the home studio and go on location a little bit. That's cool. But first, let's welcome our illustrious audience from around the world and say hello to everybody here on the Jim Masters Show Live. All kinds of, wow, a lot of comments here. And we've got hope to join the fun, but have fun if I don't. Thank you, Jim. Well, it looks like you are there. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, Jim. May peace and love on earth prevail. Very, very beautiful words. God bless you and all you do, 100%. Eileen Barker, there just outside Perth and Western Australia. Absolutely. And Merlin goes, you mean Loveity, LOL. Actually, we're going to do it with the E in it because we want to use the full word of love. We want to create our own word just for this show. So we've got the heart and we've got Loveity. Where are you going to find that anywhere else right now? Turn on TV, listen to the radio, watch other shows on the internet. Are they saying they're going to spread Loveity? That's just for you guys right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. And Willie, do you I know it's 20 after 1 a.m. there in Holland. Thank you very much for staying up with us. You've been very busy. Thank you for all your pictures, your comments. You're always very busy commenting on my pages and messages. I really appreciate that, Willie. Everybody loves you there in Holland, the Netherlands. So we toast you, party time, and I hope you've got your glass as well, and you're having a wonderful day there in Holland. I know it's late night, so I'll talk fast for you, okay, Willie? I'll talk faster. And KN, hi from Ohio. Nice jacket. Kind of sparkly, huh? Sometimes I'll wear these jackets because these jackets actually, they're pretty cool. I have a whole host of them in the upstairs walk-in closet. I actually use these sometimes. One of the things that I do that's actually a freelance position is I work with the folks at MGM. And that's cool because I host some of their major entertainment events and contests and all kinds of great things. So some of these jackets that you're seeing, this one's black and it's got a little, it's actually, if you go this way, you see the black and then, isn't that kind of cool? Let me show you that. It's really amazing, isn't it? Look at that. Oh my God. That'll light up an entire city. These I wear at MGM when I'm hosting for MGM Resorts International. So these are actually worn on stage and everywhere else. So I have them here, and I've been sharing them with you on some of the episodes when it's appropriate. Like on Saturday night, we sort of shine things up. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cool? I mean, you could do the whole jacket and look what it does. That's amazing, huh? Real sparkles, just the best for you guys here on the Jim Masters Show. Again, we are not skimping here at this show. We are pulling out all the stops just for you. Yeah, isn't that cool? So these jackets, some of these sharp jackets you've been seeing me wear, especially the sparkling ones, I actually use. One of the many things I do, again, is I'm a host with MGM Resorts International. So these are worn when I'm on stage or when I'm doing contests and a whole host of great things. So that's where these cool jackets come from. Pretty snazzy, huh? The way the light's hitting it too. And so there's the jacket. Thank you very much, KN. I hope you're having a beautiful day there in Ohio. And Alice Gibson, hello from Southern California. It's good to see you in beautiful SoCal, and hope you're having a beautiful day. We've got a lot of friends in Southern California. Some of them work, actually, some of them are on KTLA Channel 5 and other TV stations, KCBS Channel 2. Friends of mine are reporters and anchors there. A couple of them work at Paramount. One of them works for the Dr. Phil Show. And there's others that are in, actors, actresses that are in that area there in the LA area. I have family also throughout California. We have family all over the country and beyond, Europe, Canada. But in California, Huntington Beach and Costa Mesa and a lot of great places. So good to see you in California, Southern California. Cool jacket. I know, isn't it? Look at this. Isn't that cool? I mean, when you do that, look what happens. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that's really cool. And then, of course, you can make it all black again if you want. Again, these are the MGM jackets I use when I'm on stage for MGM Resorts International hosting and emceeing. Hello, Jimbo. Check out the photos that I messaged you on Facebook. Be sure to share. Okay, we'll have to check those out and see what those are over the weekend. And again, those of you who want to share photos of your father, grandfather, uncle, or some other male role figure, role model in your life, send them to me tonight or by tomorrow midday Eastern time, because we're here on the East Coast of the United States. So we have them in time to be able to add to the show tomorrow. And I will try to show your pictures of your father, your grandfather, other role models, male role models in your family that maybe are like a father figure, maybe you're a dad as well. And we'll share those tomorrow night together as we have a very special Father's Day episode here on the show. We'll celebrate my dad and my grandfather as well. And Eileen Barker, hi all, can't stop but have so much party time, Ripper time. Ripper time is right. God bless to the Star and all on channel. Did you say something about Star? Look what we have. I tell you, you just press a button and I've got everything here. So as I always say here on the show, I may be the star of the show, but you guys are really the star. You're the true stars of this show. You make it happen because I feed off the energy of other people and give it back. So that's what we do. Ripper time. Why does it taste better every time you have a sip? Good to see you in the Midlands of Eastern Perth and Western Australia. Eileen Barker. June Rachelson Aspa. Good to see you, my dear friend. Hiya. How are you in New York City? You and we were texting each other all day today. So it's good to see you on the live show and the live broadcast. Continue to spread the word as I know you do. Jim Masters Live, the Saturday Night Disco Daddy. I always park. It's there. There it is. There's actually two of them. There's a couple of them there. See them? Spinning just for you. Again, we do this just for you on Saturday night. We're having some fun. And Christopher Joseph, you did put a request in a couple of weeks ago. You said to wear shades on one of these shows, right? You said, hey, Jim, why don't you wear shades in one of the shows? So we've got them. I actually have a lot of sunglasses, hats and sunglasses. There's a lot of them. I have some that are darkened, so you wouldn't have been able to see my eyes. It would have been just dark, and that would have been a little eerie if we were doing maybe like a creature feature fright night type of show or something, showing a horror flick or something. But you can at least see the eyes in these. A little, glare maybe from the light, but hey, Saturday night, there should be lots of glare. More comments coming in here. Watching on our YouTube channel. Again, I invite everybody, if you're on YouTube, to subscribe to the channel and click the notification so that way there, every time I upload content, the episodes of the Jim Masters Show live, as well as other content, masters, mantras, video features, on location features, and more, you can actually see them and be notified and not miss a thing. Hi, Jim. Happy Father's Day weekend to all. Kathy Garver still looks beautiful. Did you enjoy that episode last night with TV legend Kathy Garver from Family Affair and the 10 Commandments and so many other things? She's working on so many phenomenal projects, and it was really a blessing and an honor. She and I were chatting again today, and really, really love her, and hope to get a chance to, she even mentioned it would be wonderful to work together, and that would be cool to have a chance to work with her. I love people that have the spirit like Kathy Garver does. She's a beautiful person. 7 magical weeks of the Jim Masters Live. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Monday starts week number 8 of your show live for you here. Joy Lorenzo. Hi, Jim. Good to see you, and good to see you. And how is my friend Connor doing today? Silver says hello to Connor, your grandson. He says hello. He likes Connor as well. So Silver greets you, and the whole gang here of cast of characters greet you. And try to be back, Jim. Busy today, superstar. Hey, Bruce Bryant, Home and Realty Magazine, my dear friend. They're in Southern California as well, the Los Angeles area. We had a great meeting and lunch not that long ago in Redondo Beach, and really enjoyed it. Hope you're having a great day. Spread the word about the show, as I know you do. We're here every night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, and having a great time with this show with all of you. Eileen Barker, happy Father's Day to all dads everywhere. She's watching on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. And Tiffany, looking fab, Jim. Hey, Tiffany, don't you love this cool jacket? Look at this thing. I don't know if you just joined us now or late, but people have been asking about the jacket. It's like almost like a lavender color with the silver. Isn't that cool? And then if you go this way, it goes back to being black, sort of sequin style. Again, I use these when I host an MC for MGM, resorts and casinos and hotels. And that's a cool one of the hats that I wear in my career. So good to see you there in Chicago, Tiffany. Hope you're having a beautiful weekend. Say hi to your family for me. It's always wonderful when we get a chance to have you here and you're with us from wherever you are. And of course, Chicago, the main hub for you. Cheers all. Cheers to you as well, Eileen. Good to still have you there in beautiful Western Australia. We're going into the heat wave of summer, and you're headed into winter. So bundle up. And I cheer you again. It's a night of cheers, isn't it, this Saturday night? Maybe we should change the show to Cheers. I think that's been used already. Karen Levitt. Hi, Jim and everybody. Good to see you, Karen, there in New Hampshire, beautiful New Hampshire, and northern and central New England. Hope you're having a great weekend. Christine Fairwood says hello. Good to see you, Christine, as well. Lots of beautiful comments coming in from our regulars, lots of new people as well. Ernestine Webb in beautiful North Carolina. Hi, Jim. Love your jacket. Thank you very much. See if I could stand up a little bit. There you go. Isn't this cool? Look at this thing. You just move it around and it just, isn't that cool? It's really nice. This I generally wear again at MGM and enjoying sharing it with you. Some of these snazzy jackets that you see come from some of that work. Stamford, Connecticut is in the house. Beautiful Stamford, Connecticut. Joseph, my own junior. Good to have you. I'm a junior as well. Good to have you with us, Joseph. I hope you're having a beautiful evening, a wonderful Saturday. Gorgeous weather along the southern New England coast, huh? Beautiful weather, a little humid, but hey, we'll take it, right? We don't want to be stuck in the house too long, but it's good to have you here. And from Vancouver, Washington. Yes, in the beautiful Pacific Northwest of the United States. Margie Inman. Hi, Jim. Here is Margie having a date with you as I watch you on my iPhone. I only say this because seniors only get to daydream. That is our adventure in life. LOL. Please laugh, everyone. That's right. Smiles for everyone. I am just a silly, over the hill granny. Loveity. That's beautiful. And you're not over the hill to us. You are just the way you're supposed to be. We like you, just like Mr. Rogers says. We like you just the way you are. You're a beautiful, loving, spirited person. Margie, we love having you here. You send me all kinds of pictures and beautiful messages throughout the day. I see them, and I really appreciate them. And you spelled it right. Loveity, Loveity. That's our new word here on the Jim Masters Show. I feel like this is Sesame Street, and we're announcing new words. All right. So that's very beautiful for you to say that as well. And more great, fabulous viewers from all around the world. Avril Britton. Hi, Jim, from the United Kingdom. Waited up for you today. That's right. It is late there as well. I know it's about 1:30 a.m. where Willie is in Holland. Same thing for you. It's late night there in beautiful United Kingdom. I love the United Kingdom. We have a lot of connections to the United Kingdom. My father's side of the family comes from England, and my father's side. Speaking of Father's Day weekend, our master's side of the family comes from Yorkshire, beautiful Yorkshire there in England, in Great Britain. And then my father's mother's side hails from Ireland, beautiful Ireland. Then my mother's father's side hails from also England. And my mother's side hails from Sweden, which we talked about a couple of nights ago. My mother's grandmother was a princess who lived in a castle in Gothenburg, Sweden, and then moved to the United States, to Boston. She was actually a princess in a castle that still exists there in Sweden. And so we had the connections to England and Ireland on my father's side, and England and Sweden on my mother's side, and also on my mother's side, France. There's French in us as well. You never know. If you do the DNA, there could be a few more things. But lots of connection to the beautiful United Kingdom. Marianne Kelly in New Jersey, how are you? Are you wearing your shades tonight, Marianne? Do you have your wine or your light citrus green tea or whatever you may have to toast with us here on Saturday night? Again, we're going to be taking you on location. Kathleen Walker in New York City says, hello, good Saturday night. It's a Saturday night of Loveity here on the show that spreads light, love, levity. We combine it and we get Loveity out of it. And June says, hi all as well. It's great to see everybody here. I appreciate your loyalty, your faithfulness. There's some big plans for this show, folks. I just want to tell you, there's some really cool, exciting things happening with this show. I'm using, a lot of my television background, and it's exciting. This thing took off way beyond what I expected, and you guys are making it happen. You're sharing the links, you're posting, you're telling everybody. Everybody's wanting to come on the show. You're here with us, showing love and support. Man, this really is a very cool experience. I got to tell you, I've done a lot of things in my many years on television and radio, and as an actor and a journalist and a voiceover guy and stage host, MC, writer, producer, and so much more. This is a really cool experience, having this time with you like this, intimately and directly, even on nights like this where I am all about you. It's you and I. There's nobody else as far as a guest or anything. This is our time together to catch up with each other, see how we're doing. I like to catch up with the viewers because I really deeply appreciate you and all the love and support and everything you guys are doing. Happy summer solstice. That's right. The beach here in the Northeast is hopping. It sure is, as long as people keep a little bit of, that distance. That's important, but absolutely beautiful summer solstice. Here we are. The summer is here, and I hope it turns out to be a beautiful summer for us all. We have every single one of us globally have earned a nice summer. We've got to pace ourselves. We've got to make sure we're careful, of course, but positivity and inspiration, loveity, right? Cool jacket. Yeah. If you just look at this thing, isn't that amazing? Look at that. I mean, you could turn it into whatever you want. Look at this. It's like silver. It's black. It's got like lavender, and it's cool. I got a couple of jackets like this where it does that, and then a whole host of jackets. But again, it is Saturday night, and we're living it up here with you. And again, we're going to take you on location as well. Thanks, Christine. Glad you love the jacket. Wicked cool. That is very New England, isn't it? Wicked cool. Like Pack the Car in Boston. Absolutely. Thank you very much. And I think you're pretty wicked cool too, Karen. Same thing with Renee Katz. Hey, Renee, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been using those vocal cords and sharing love and light with the voice as well. And it's a pleasure to have you here. And Avril, once again, says, hi, Jim, there in the United Kingdom. That's a beautiful picture of you as well, Avril. A very, very nice picture there that you have on Facebook. Yes, it is a mood jacket, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it's like those mood rings. Absolutely. Speaking of Father's Day, I'm going to show you this. I don't know if you can really see this ring. It's hard to show you. This ring, let me see if I take it off. My father actually passed this down to me, gave this to me. See how close we can get without the light. It's silver with a diamond in the middle and two sapphires. Actually, they're a lot darker than they're coming because of the light, but two sapphires. This goes back to the 1930s. This was custom made. When the Masters family came over from England, they owned jewelry stores in New York City in Manhattan. And this was my father's Uncle Eddie's. And then it was passed down to my dad. It's really beautiful. It's got a really retro design to it. Let me see if I can go over here. There you go. See the twist? You see the twist of it? And then it's got the two blue square sapphires with a diamond in the middle. It's really nice. Beautiful ring. He gave this to me. And it's a family heirloom. Love it. And the odd thing about it is those sapphires that are on the side of the diamond are not my father's birthstone. This was given, by one of his favorite uncles, his Uncle Eddie, Edward Masters. And it was not my father's, or is not my father's birthstone, but it's mine. The sapphire is mine for September. Isn't that amazing how that ended up? The ring ended up coming to me. My father gave it to me not that long ago. And he said, here, I want you to have it, kiddo. Remember the word kiddo people used to use? Here you go, kiddo. So he gave it to me. And this is not his birthstone because he's born in March, but it's my birthstone. So it's amazing how that worked out. Really cool ring. Beautiful. So sharing that with you this Father's Day weekend. We're celebrating my dad and grandparents and everybody. Beaches are 50% capacity, only allowed, and 12 feet between blankets. That's a good idea, because the in certain areas where they're not social distancing, it's rising in the wrong direction. What's rising? Not the tide. Is your jacket a Michael Jackson jacket? No, not a Michael Jackson jacket, but it's pretty spiffy nonetheless, huh? We are all stars on Jim Masters Live, Christopher. Absolutely. Greeting to my friends on this show, Willie and Holland watching on YouTube, on the Jim Masters channel on YouTube. And Ann is with us once again from SoCal, from Southern California. Ann, it's always great to see you. And thanks for all those comments last night about my conversation and special guest Kathy Garver last night. Glad you enjoyed it as much as you did. I loved all those great comments. Stay tuned. Lots of cool things happening up on this show. In the Midlands of... That's funny because, Eileen Barker has mentioned she's in the Midlands, east of Perth in Western Australia. And Renee is in the Midlands of Flushing, Queens, New York. Between Citi Field and Arthur Ashe Stadium and where the World's Fair was in 1964. She's in sort of those Midlands of Flushing. Well, good to see you in good old Flushing, Queens, New York. Renee, they're in the Midlands. You can probably see the World's Fair sphere, not from your rooftop, right? Love the shades, Jimbo. Hey, you asked for me to put shades on, so they are here. Renee from beautiful Iowa. We always keep the porch light on for you, Renee. So good to have you here. And hi, everyone. Finally made it on here. It's a blessing to have you here. Let's see. Yeah, thank you very much. 8 weeks. It's coming up on 8 weeks, Monday. And on Monday, actress Lane Bradbury is going to be with us. And that is really, really cool. We've got some very, very cool people joining the show in coming weeks. Absolutely cool stuff. Special Father's Day show tomorrow. Again, if you just joined us late, if you have photos you want to have on the show tomorrow, email them tonight or tomorrow morning to jimmasterstv@gmail.com. I'll try to get as many on as I can, and we can show some photos tomorrow celebrating all the dads, my fabulous dad, grandfather, uncles, your grandfather, dad, if you're a dad as well. We'll celebrate them tomorrow here on the show. Happy Father's Day, guys, to you too, Renee, in fabulous, beautiful Iowa, as I call it, the bread basket of our country. If we didn't have that bread basket, we would all go hungry. Thanks for your beautiful patronage and loyalty as well. And Mike Ferrante over on Long Island in New York. Mike, hello to you and Anna Marie. I hope you and yours and your family and your mom is doing well. Give her my love. And it's so good to see you here on the Jim Master Show Live, the Saturday night edition. Hi, Jim from Midder Kingdom. Midder Kingdom. Great Britain, Great Britain. Good to see you as well. Very international audience we have here. So many people from all around the world. Yes, you got it. Saturday night. We're all decked out for the Saturday night. We've got our Chardonnay here. I think it might be time for another sip. What do you think, huh? So don't go anywhere. We're going to take you on location as well. That's a cool place to take you to. So Saturday night, Renee, you got it. Absolutely. And very nice. Ernestine Webb in North Carolina. Very nice to see you. I love all this viewer interaction. Live, up to the minute, on the spot interaction. It's about us. We had a bevy of guests last week. Ton of guests next week, all the way, every night. We're here every single night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. There's going to be some times as well where I'm going to be on location for my professional work. Maybe, I'm going to be on a television shoot. I'm going to be somewhere. So we're going to take the show on the road. This Loveity that we have, our wonderful circle of Loveity, that wonderful word that was created a couple of days ago. We're going to take you guys on location where the whole show actually goes on location, not just where I show you footage of on location, but where we actually take everything on location. It's going to be coming up before you know it, soon as more of those planes start flying. Looks like Saturday Night Fever, doesn't it? I know we like to have a lot of fun on Saturday night, and we zip it up a little bit here and go a little retro. I hope you are as well there in Iowa. We'll watch later today. Love to all Ripper. Ripper and Loveity. Those are the new words. Ripper, which we found out when I interviewed my beautiful friend, actress Clara Francesca on the show a couple of days ago. She loved that interview so much, she's already introduced another guest to the show, meaning the other guest watched the interview and conversation with Clara as my guest, actress Clara Francesca. Loved it so much. Now he wants to come on the show. So I'll tell you who that is soon, but it's all come together. And I want to tell you something else really special. Remember when I had my dear friend, Screen Actors Guild, television, film, stage, and commercial actor, Dwight Turner on the show? If you missed that, you can go back in the archives at Jim Masters TV and watch that episode. Well, I have some exciting news that Dwight shared with us. If you remember, he had a big script, a thick script, that he showed us while I was chatting with him on the show, right? Towards the end of the interview and the conversation, he showed this big script. He says, yeah, Jim, I just got this big script and I'm being considered for this major role, a big national major project. Well, he texted me the other day and you know what he said? He said, as a result of our conversation here on the Jim Masters Show Live, how deep we went and how flowing and effortless it was and how it was fun and carefree and it was extended. We spent some good time with him. The casting people and the producers picked him for the role. That's right. He just got a major starring role in a major production. And of course, his talent is what got it. But he said it was also due to the fact that the people who were casting and the producers that were considering him for that watched the full interview of the conversation that that Dwight and I had here on the show, Dwight Turner, the actor and dear friend. They watched it in the archives at Jim Masters TV on YouTube, and they picked him. Isn't that incredible? Congratulations to Dwight. We raise a glass to him as well, because that's an incredible thing. He's so excited. He texted me right away. He says, Jim, you're not going to believe it. Remember that thick script I showed you? And, I had to read it after the interview. I had to read the script later that night and get ready for, an online audition or whatever it was. He got the part. So I wanted to share that with you because I know you guys watched that incredible conversation I had with actor Dwight Turner. And he was so excited to tell me. And he said the producers and casting director did tell him that it was as a result of watching our conversation, that episode that he was on, he got the gig. So you never know what happens when you come on the Jim Masters Show live. Anything can happen because of all the positivity, light, love, levity, Loveity. So God bless to you as well. We're always having a ripper of a time. I love that Australian expression. That's the new word, ripper and Loveity. Eileen Barker there in Western Australia. And I hope you're having a beautiful breakfast there because it's morning. Hi, Jim and everyone. Jacqueline Ficara Caputo. Wonderful to have you here and to see you on the show as well. We love having you here. And Renee, thank you very much. Congratulations. We appreciate that. We love all of the love and the kindness. And again, so many fabulous comments here. Margie, hi, Jim. Can't miss your show because I get drunk in the spirit of your atmosphere of love, joy, and laughter with you. Always happy to be here with you and guests. Oh, happy day for everyone. Loveity. Perfect. Ideal. Love it. That's cool. That's beautiful. Thank you very much, Margie. Happy to know that this impacts you in the way it does in such a positive way. Diane, Briand, hi from New Hampshire. Enjoy your show very much. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. As we mentioned, every show is a little bit different. There's so many different segments and fun things we do. Tomorrow, we're going to have a wonderful and moving and celebratory Father's Day show as well. So I encourage everybody, send me your photos to jimmasterstv@gmail.com, jimmasterstv@gmail.com. We'll try to get as many photos as we can on the show tomorrow to celebrate all the dads out there, dads past and present. If your dad isn't with you anymore, we'll be happy to still celebrate your dad or grandfather. So it's beautiful to see you in beautiful New Hampshire. I love New Hampshire and Vermont and New England. Kayanne, happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there. Absolutely, absolutely. I concur and I second that emotion. Willie in beautiful Holland. Hello, my friends in this show. We say hello. And of course, Willie, I know you like to see there's those Dutch tulips that I got when we were on our TV shoot in Holland. Yeah, there you go. So there you go. I know you look for these all the time, Willie. There you go. So you should be happy. And actually, I'm going to show you something real quick, Willie, there in Holland. I don't know if you saw this. See if I can show you this picture. There it goes. There it is. That's when I was in Amsterdam. I was on a TV shoot. We were filming throughout the Netherlands, actually, not just in Amsterdam, but we were actually there, and we were there twice, and it was really, really cool. We had a wonderful time there. And we were filming we went to some spectacular places twice in the period of a year. We were in Europe, in the Netherlands for two totally different projects. One was for a lifestyle travel TV series I host, and another one is for a news magazine program that I anchor and host. So there you go. There I am, Willie, in your wonderful home country of the beautiful Netherlands, and there in Amsterdam, in Holland. Thought you'd like to see that. And you are very, very welcome. It's a pleasure having you here, Renee. I really appreciate it. And we're going to be seeing you soon too. And I'm really excited about that. That's really, really cool. And the ring, yeah, like I said, let me see if I can show it in case it just joined. It's a beautiful ring, isn't it? It's got the 2 sapphires, the diamond, and look at the cut. Look at the way this is actually custom made. Again, the Masters family, when they came over from England, they had jewelry stores in Manhattan. And this was custom made from my father's uncle, Eddie or Edward. And then it was passed to my father. And then my father has given it to me. And it turns out the sapphire is my birthstone, not my father's. It's really amazing. So I'm glad you enjoy it. That ring might be white gold or platinum. It's actually, yeah, well, it looks like it, but it's actually, it's a silver. It's a really beautiful silver. It's a very special ring, and it's from the 1930s. And just really, really nice. Love it. Really, really love it. And I don't know if you guys collect a lot of these, but I do. When I've gone on trips, I was sent one of these by actually somebody who's a Facebook friend who makes these, and said, Jim, you know, you're a public figure. I would love to send you one of these. So they sent me this one. And then when I've gone on location to Florida, to Europe, to California, to other spots, some of these have been gifts. It started with just one, but then, you know, they've become, you know, collector items in a way. But you know what? They're supposed to have some healing properties too, I think. There's some more over here. I mean, there's quite a few, probably more than I need, but they're just, and when I don't have them on, sometimes you feel naked. You feel like you don't have them on, like you're missing something. So they're really cool, and got into a whole habit of collecting these. And these have been really, some of these are gifts again from people. And some of them, one of these I got in Europe, another one I got on the West Coast, and a whole host of different places. So they're really cool. Pretty ring. Thank you very much, Renee, Kathleen Walker. Nice ring and jacket. Again, if you're just joining us, this jacket is really something else, isn't it? I mean, look what it does. That's cool. Again, I wear this at MGM when I do some freelance projects for the wonderful folks at MGM. Yes, and let's see. That's what I thought. September, yes, the sapphire is September. That is my birthday month. I am a Libra with Virgo rising. And Libras tend to be people who loathe injustice, and we see both sides of a question. And when you ask us a question, we don't jump. We think about it and the pros and cons, and we weigh it out. We make good comforters and referees and umpires and lawyers, because we like to bring people together. And tend to be empathetic and prophetic, I guess. The 24th of September. Write that down, Willie. That is when the birthday is. Karen says, me too as well. And I do, kiddo, indeed. Love that word, kiddo. Love when I hear the relatives say that word. You do, really? You're probably blushing all the time after as well. I don't doubt that. George Burns is awfully quiet. Check the level of your glass. It does look a little lower, doesn't it? I think it's, I don't know. I think it's lowering. Let me check something here. George, have you been touching the glass here? Yeah, I just had a little. He just had a little, he says. Well, lay off. I still have more talking to do. All right. Ernestine says, Saturday Night Live. And Willie says, I tell you, this is all just viewer interaction so far. I still want to take you on location. When, where in Holland? We were in Amsterdam, and then we were throughout the Netherlands. We went to beautiful Utrecht. If you look on my YouTube channel, scroll and look for the episode where I take the audience to the Netherlands. Willie, on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, what you're watching right now, look for the video that says Jim Masters visit to the Netherlands, and you can see some of the places that we went to, Zeeruit, and we went to Utrecht, and we went to Brooklyn, and of course Amsterdam. We really visited a lot of cool spots there. And let's see, your show needs a Gym Masters mini me. Good idea. Although I guess maybe Jimmy could be considered a little of that, but that's a good idea. Dwight Turner rocks out. Boy, you're really in a funky mood with some of your comments, Christopher, huh? You get a little funky. Good for Dwight. He has a great personality, doesn't he? Yeah, he's a great friend. And that's really wonderful. Congratulations to Dwight and you. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. He got the gig. That is awesome. Congratulations to Dwight. And yeah, I guess you never know the power of being on a show like this. And it's just fun. Loveity rules in the Gym Master Show. Absolutely. Another awesome show, Jim. Thank you very much. And we're still rolling along here. Willie, you know where we're going to take you? We're going to take you to New York City on this episode. We've been spending all this time just saying hello to everybody. I would not want to sit on those tulips. No, you can't, because they're wood. They're hand-painted wood. So your rear end, Christopher, in Ohio, would be rather splintered if you sat on those tulips. So I don't advise it. Your dad is still alive and kicking, going to make dinner for him tomorrow. His favorite food, which is ham balls. It's an Iowa thing. That sounds delicious. Ooh. Yeah, it's sort of, yeah, it's from that Art Deco period, that ring. Absolutely. It really is. Good eye there. Custom made for my father's uncle, and then passed to my father, and then my father has given it to me. Renee, handballs sound delicious. Yes, they do. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. You miss your dad. We'll celebrate all the dads tomorrow. If you have a photo, Karen, you want us to share it? 24, exactly. You got it. And your jacket is like those pillows at Walmart that I draw smiley faces on. That's cool. A little bit more costly than I wish it cost. I wish this jacket cost what those pillows at Walmart cost, but no, we had to sing for supper a little bit more. Yes, I have see it. I mean, you come on. Loveity? Willie, we could be the lively audience. Hint, hint. Don't you love the funky attitude? That's cool. Christopher Joseph, very funky tonight. Never been to New York. Well, guess what? There's many more comments there, but I just want to take you on location to New York City, and to a fabulous place that I've had an opportunity to MC and host a lot of events at. It's a beautiful place. It's a historic place. It's generally a private club, but it's a place known for, it's like a museum. It's a place filled with art, gorgeous art of all kinds, and a wonderful bevy of events. And I've had an opportunity to have dinner there with friends and colleagues and family, but also to MC, be master of ceremonies for some really special events at the National Arts Club in New York City. So I want to take you there. It's a very beautiful place. If you've never been to the National Arts Club, I would love to take you there. There is a great photo. There is the outside, actually, of the National Arts Club. And it's over by Gramercy Park. If you guys know where Gramercy Park is, you can see, like, I'm looking in right now and I can see there's a wonderful plaque there that welcomes you. See if I can find that here for you. Well, here's the area of Gramercy Park. Isn't this beautiful? Really, really nice. And it's a beautiful area of Manhattan. And we had an opportunity to go to several events there where I was tasked with being the master of ceremonies. So let me show you a little bit more of the area. The National Arts Club. If you ever get a chance to go for any events or special occasions there in New York City, it's really beautiful. Really, really nice. I can show you a few more photos here as we go along. That's right across the street. That's Gramercy Park. It's really a beautiful area right across from that gorgeous area of the National Arts Club. There's some more of Gramercy Park there in Manhattan in New York City. Again, love when I get a chance to go there. I'm going to show you a few more photos. We'll zip through right here. And now we'll take you inside, and it's absolutely beautiful. There's paintings and all kinds of artwork all throughout, and you can have dinner there and more. It's a private club. Usually you have to be invited. It's a National Historic Landmark too, but these are some photos that I wanted to share with you. If you've never been to the Historic National Arts Club in New York City, again, it was quite an honor to be a participant in several phenomenal events there. You can see how beautiful it is. There's several different rooms, and there's gorgeous artwork everywhere you go. Really nice. And I was emceeing a couple of lectures and then also some concert events too at the National Arts Club there in New York. And this is inside. We'll show you some more shots inside. It's quite a place, isn't it? Really beautiful, very elegant, and very historic. And again, a lot of wonderful events happen there. This is, if you're just joining us, the National Arts Club in Manhattan, in the area of Gramercy Park South. And we've had an opportunity to have some wonderful, joyous occasions there. And I've been master of ceremonies and host and MC for several events there, and wanted to share this with you on location in case you've never been, even if you live on the East Coast or New York City area, maybe you've never been there. But it is, there we are, after emceeing a major event there. Just really stunning, stunning place. The National Arts Club. It's a National Historic Landmark. Beautiful, beautiful glass ceilings in certain areas. Just really, really stunning. Nice stuff, huh? Absolutely beautiful. That's the National Arts Club there in New York City. And got a couple more things to take you to. And so Anne says she's never been to New York. Well, now you've been sort of like, I guess, virtually. You've been there virtually, which is nice. And we'll try to take you more. And if you ever come to the East Coast, just let us know, gang, and maybe we'll have a road trip. Maybe the Jim Masters show live. Maybe we'll do a cruise, get everybody together. Maybe, well, we can't do any of that yet because the world is still trying to figure itself out. But wouldn't it be cool if some of us were able to get together and maybe travel somewhere? That would be nice. You never know, because this show is growing by leaps and bounds. There's a lot of cool things we're working on. Love Manhattan, absolutely, and would love to go to New York. Let us know if you do. We can show you around to some really cool places. We're here actually in the greater New York area between New York and Boston, so we have some wonderful access to some great, the southern New England shoreline, and Boston and New York and upstate and upper New England and Philadelphia to the south. Thank you. I've never been there. Always happy to see your travels. My pleasure. Margie in Washington State, going to New York in December. Beautiful time to go when it's all decked out. Hopefully you'll be there. Christmas time's a beautiful time to go. Beautiful photos of the National Arts Club. Glad you enjoyed those. I have a few more shots to show you on location as well. I've been to New York several times, but never visited this area. That is the Gramercy Park South area. That is a beautiful part of Manhattan. When I go to Manhattan, I usually walk. I don't usually take the subways. I mean, I've walked 50 blocks, 40, 50 blocks. One time I walked from the east side all the way to the west side. got out of the train at Grand Central Station and walked, and that's about 42nd Street, and have walked all the way up to like 70th, 75th Street for events and all kinds of things. I love to walk in the city because the energy of the city just keeps you moving. And before you know it, you are where you need to be. If I'm in a real rush, or I'm going to a TV shoot or an audition, or something's happening where I got to look, I can't get all ruffled and everything, then I'll take a cab. To where I need to get, if I have to be to a studio or something, and you don't want to get all messed up over it's raining. Beautiful place. It really is. It's a wonderful historic landmark here in America. I need to win a trip. That's right. Let's see. I think then you need to participate. Do you watch The Wheel of Fortune with Pat Sajak, another of my favorite hosts? Pat Sajak, another great congenial host who's had a wonderful job for 35 plus years as host of that. And because he's good, he's smooth, he's funny. I like the hosts that are congenial and witty and funny and play off what's going on. All right, gang, we're going to take you a couple more places here on Saturday night. First, I did want to say we were in the sand. We're here along the beautiful coast on the East Coast. So we were playing in the sand. Remember I mentioned we did some tennis, and then we also went to the coast, to the beach. So there you go. Just for you all around the world. I wrote in the sand, hello to all family and friends. And that includes all of you watching the show. You're part of the Jim Masters Show family. And to all the friends around the world. Love letters in the sand along the East Coast in the Northeastern United States to all of you. Hello to all family and friends and faithful listeners and viewers. Now, how many hosts are going to actually write in the sand a love letter to the viewers and the listeners? This one does. So there you go. Hello to all family and friends, and to faithful listeners and viewers. Written by your host here, Jim Masters, in the sand today on the beach here on the East Coast, just for you. Here's a couple of other shots I thought you get a kick out of, some on location shots. The sunset along the coast here, absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. I thought you would like to see that peaceful scene. And also, on another show that I do, we get a chance to go lifestyle travel series. We get to travel and we get to do some really cool and fun things. And sometimes you get to try some things for the very first time. Have you ever been in a salt cave like this? There it is. There we are. I'm in the middle. And this is a beautiful healing place. This place actually is located, this particular one, we were traveling to Connecticut, and we were in Ridgefield. I believe this is the Sultana Cave in Ridgefield, Connecticut. And they play music and drums and all kinds of different things. And then you hold hands, and which obviously you can't do right now. However, the entire cave that you're in is filled with Himalayan salt, which has a lot of healing properties. It helps with allergies and sinus and breathing for people, and just everything you see around us. We're sitting on the actual salt, and it comes from the Himalayas. It's also shipped over, from, of course, Europe and Poland and areas like that as well. And we're in the middle, and we're enjoying ourselves in this beautiful salt cave. I would recommend it. You just felt so relaxed. You felt so at ease. It was really, really terrific. So I just wanted to show you that. And then on another one of our TV shoots, I got a chance to learn how to make pierogies, those Polish pierogies. And this lovely Polish chef, she was there. We were laughing, and I'm using the rolling pin, and I'm shaping and sizing the different pierogies. This was on a TV shoot, that I host, and we were at a Polish restaurant, and they make thousands of pierogies every day. So we were tasked with having to make some pierogies, and it was cool. And mine had cheese in them, and some of them had potato, because that's the Irish in me. I love the potato. So that was fun. And then look at this shot. I thought you'd like this. Doesn't that look? I'm in the middle, and that doesn't. Who do we have right there on the right? We've got Regis Philbin there and Kelly Ripa. Pretty cool, huh? Right there. Actually, I had an opportunity to meet Regis Philbin a couple of times. I've always admired him too as a host. Just a class act, funny. He always says, "I saved the network." He's a really cool guy, and he's just very generous with his time. So we've had conversations with Regis, and he's just an amazing person in the industry and outside. So, and he's hosted so many shows, and he was, I think, the sidekick for Joey Bishop 2 years ago. He hosted, I think it was AM Los Angeles in Los Angeles. And then, of course, in 1983, Channel 7 in New York, WABC TV, created a local talk show, morning talk show called The Morning Show. And it was hosted by Regis Philbin. And the original co-host was, I think it was Steve Garvey's, was it Kathy Garvey? Garvey, not to be confused with Kathy Garver, who was last night. Kathy Garvey, I think. Steve Garvey, the baseball player's ex-wife. She was the original co-host of The Morning Show. And then she left, and a woman by the name of Ann Abernathy, she hosted for a while. And then they hired Kathy Lee Johnson. Kathy Lee Johnson used to sing the notes on the game show Name That Tune. And Kathy Lee Johnson became the host for years. And then, of course, she married Frank Gifford and became Kathy Lee Gifford. And she and Regis hosted the show for years. But in 1983, ABC took that local show called The Morning Show with Regis Philbin. And Cindy Garvey. Cindy Garvey. That was Steve Garvey's wife, the baseball player's wife at the time. Cindy Garvey was the original co-host of the show that you see now with Ryan and Kelly. It was originally Cindy Garvey, former wife of the baseball player Steve Garvey, Regis Philbin in 1983. And then the network, because they film the show, they do the show live at the ABC affiliate in New York City, Channel 7, WABC TV. ABC liked it, and they said, you know what, maybe we should make it national. We'll syndicate it. So they took the show, they launched it nationally on the ABC stations. And at that time, when Cindy Garvey left, then Ann Abernathy left, then they brought in Kathy Lee Johnson, who became Kathy Lee Gifford. The show took off. And then when Kathy Lee left, they had rotating hosts, and then they brought in Kelly Ripa after a nationwide search. She was already at the ABC network in New York because she was one of the actresses on All My Children. So she was already in the New York area where the show originates out of. So she became the co-host, and Kathy Lee had left. And then Regis left. And of course, then they went through the nationwide host and search, and they had Michael Strahan. And then, of course, now Ryan Seacrest. But originally, it started in 1983. The show that you see now, live with Kelly and Ryan, Kelly Ripa, Ryan Seacrest, started as a local show in New York City on Channel 7, WABC, called The Morning Show with Regis Philbin and Cindy Garvey. That's the history behind that show that you see every day during the week with Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest. This photo here with Kelly and Regis. Now, I've met Regis personally, have not met Kelly yet. However, you know what's cool about this photo you're looking at? There are wax figures in this photo. This is actually at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in New York City. Don't they look identical? I know what you're saying. You're asking if I'm wax as well. It'd be kind of cool to have a wax version of your host, Jim Masters, in Madame Tussauds, right? Who knows? Maybe one day soon you'll be going through your Madame Tussauds Wax Museum and you'll see me there sitting in a chair just like that in the hosts area. But that's Regis, and that's the wax version of Regis and the wax version of Kelly Ripa at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in New York City. Kind of cool, huh? Thought you'd enjoy that. Here's another cool shot on one of the TV shoots where we're having fun. Sometimes I get to be a kid, and we were at this cool action place and got to be in these go-karts, and we were filming for one of the TV shows I host, this lifestyle travel show, and it was really cool, and got a chance to zip around in that. That was a lot of fun. And sometimes some of the other things that we end up doing is having to sample food. And look at that. Yeah, and I end up in scenes where there's a ton of food in front of me like that. There's devil eggs there. There's custom made French fries. I mean, there's everything there. And that is a huge foot-long loaded hot dog with a beer, a nice beer. And I was posing for camera, for the TV camera, for the show. And I mean, look at all that food. And that's not even all of the food that, as the host of that show, I have to sample. But really, really cool. So that is a huge loaded hot dog that has sauerkraut and mustard and relish and so much more. It's amazing I was able to fit all of that into my into my mouth. But you've got to do what you got to do for your tasks at hand and your assignments. It was a rather tasty assignment, if I say so myself. But that was a cool assignment. And again, really, really a lot of fun. Just sharing some of those photos with you here, because again, it's Saturday Night Light and Levity. And again, this one's for Willie. That's when we were in Amsterdam. You've heard me talk about the Death Valley story, and I just mentioned that the other night here. And that is actually a shot of me in Death Valley when I was driving alone through Death Valley, when I had that life-changing experience. And it was really, really cool. I think we mentioned that on the episode with Loretta LaRoche and the humorist and stress management expert. Go back and check that out. That's a fantastic, funny episode. That's at YouTube at Jim Masters TV. And then we just mentioned it the other night as well, about driving through Death Valley. And that's the actual shot. And there's that road that goes on forever in Death Valley from Nevada. This is actually at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills. We were on a TV shoot there, and we were having a cool time and having a lot of fun there. And this was during the actual shoot there in Beverly Hills. That was a lot of fun. This particular one, we were on a TV shoot doing a PBS special up in beautiful York, Maine. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to go up to northern New England and York, Maine, but it's absolutely beautiful, and I would recommend it. It's just very New England, very coastal, lobster, clam chowder, and such nice people too. Really, really beautiful up there. So we were filming. We were actually filming the Tim Janis Celtic Heart special with Mairead Nesbitt, the Harp Twins, all who have been guests here on the show. And Tim Janis will be joining us before you know it as well. I know folks have been asking about my dear friend Tim, and so much more. We've got some great comments coming in here. So just wanted to share some of those photos. Oh, was another quick one here. This is when we were filming in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Have you guys ever been to Albuquerque? What a cool, funky place that is. And this, again, was for a television shoot. And it was just really, really great. I was interviewing a gifted author who was 90 years old, and she's written so many children's books, and they flew me out to Albuquerque. And that's just one of the photos. And that's where I'm actually doing what they call a stand-up, where you stand and then you do the intro and you do the outro. Hi, I'm Jim Masters, reporting on location in Albuquerque, New Mexico for blah, blah, blah. And we're going to visit with such and such at her beautiful home here in Albuquerque, that type of thing. And then you do the close after you do the full segment, the interview. You do the close where you're back on location to say, wasn't that a beautiful story and meeting Susanna or whoever it might be? We hope you were inspired here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm Jim Masters, your host, that type of thing. So we were shooting the actual opens and closes, or intros, outros, as they call them, in New Mexico for that particular segment. It was really cool. Taking you a little behind the scenes of some of what I do in my work professionally. This was on location on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. This was for another TV shoot. This was actually last year on Rodeo Drive there in Beverly Hills, and we were on a TV shoot up in Burbank. Actually, this is when we interviewed renowned visual artist Alice Asmar, which was a lot of fun. And then I was there in Los Angeles interviewing a stem cell therapy and regenerative medicine physician. And that was really, really cool. Stem cells are amazing. And to see what they can do as far as regeneration and for health and healing. So after we were filming, I had dinner with a fabulous friend, Jeffrey, who is actually he is part of the Beverly Hills Chamber of Commerce. We had dinner at a wonderful Italian restaurant there. And then we're just meeting up with folks there on Rodeo Drive in beautiful Beverly Hills, which was really, really nice. And let's see, here's one other one. Let's see. Yeah, this one, of course, that's in Central Park. We were filming. This was a TV news shoot that I was hosting and anchoring, and we were in the heart of Manhattan there. You can see some of the buildings in the back, and that is in Central Park. It was a beautiful day, and we were filming there as well. So a lot of travel, a lot of, I'm either in the studios in television, radio, or on stage, or traveling around for television shoots and on location productions as well, and enjoy every single second of it. So there you got a chance to see some of the cool things that I do professionally in my world, from the hot dog to Regis and Kelly, to the cave, the salt cave, to so many cool things. But I love sharing bits and pieces of it as we go along with you here on the show. We've got lots of great comments here coming in. It's a nice Saturday night. It's so wonderful to see all of you here. Now, what I have to do is scroll back and see where we left off, because wow, you guys are really amazing with these phenomenal comments. I really love it. Let's see. We left off with Margie in Washington saying she needs to win a trip. She needs to win a trip. So maybe we'll go on a trip one of these days. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? When you like to go on a trip one of these days. And Barbara is watching from beautiful Indiana. It's great to see you there in Indiana. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope things are nice where you are in Indiana. And love the Master's Mantra messages in the sand. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we carved those in the sand today for everybody along the coast here. And if you want to see some of the Master's Mantras, they're inspirational messages that I've posted on Facebook for years, and so many people have been inspired by them. They wanted me to do something more, so we've been doing videos on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV as well. That was cool, seeing my name in the sand a few years ago. That's right, when we went to Florida, I carved the actual names of people, viewers and listeners and friends, in the sand. So maybe next time we're near the sand, well, we're actually not far from the sand here on the coast, but when we go to Florida and things of that nature, which we hope to go visit the family soon, we'll carve the names back in the sand, and we'll ask the viewers who would like to have their names carved in the sand. But in order to carve the names in the sand today, or like what we did, hello, all family and friends and viewers and listeners, what I had to do is I had to go to the beach really early before all the people showed up. Well, we have private beaches here too. I could go there, but I went to a larger beach because there's more space. And we went really early, like 6:30 in the morning, so I can carve that in the sand for you guys. And before, people started coming with their tents and their blankets, or their, not tents, but their umbrellas and the blankets and all the fun stuff and their Frisbees and everything. So I went at 6:30 in the morning to the beach to carve the names in this morning just for you. How many hosts are going to do that for you? Barbara Conrad, beautiful. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And Ernestine says, that is beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah, the salt cave. If you ever get a chance to go in one of those salt caves, man, they are so healing and so beautiful. And you do get the scent of the salt, but it's not overpowering, and it's all Himalayan salt. And it's, the minute you get in there, it's just really incredible. And there's certain rituals. They tap drums, they do different musical things as well. But that was actually on a TV shoot. And then I got a chance to sample it as that host of that show. And Renee says, very cool. Really is, isn't it? When you get a chance to, I'm going to check the glass here. Karen and Levitt in New Hampshire wants me to keep an eye on the glass because I think George is tapping at the glass. Hello to all of you as well. little Chardonnay this evening, live on air. So that is very cool. If you ever get a chance to go to one of those, they're very popular now. They're popping up everywhere, the salt caves. The beach is my favorite place to go. I love your letters. I haven't had any in years, only in my dreams. LOL. Mm-hmm. And Renee Katz, have you been to Marcelka in the village for pierogies? No, I actually haven't, but I need to go there because I like to try a lot of different places. Very yummy. I'm somebody who is very open to a lot of different cuisines, and it's because of one of the shows that I've hosted for years where we go to a lot of restaurants, cook with the chef, and sample all kinds of cuisine, from delicious Thai food to Indian to Greek and Polish and Irish, and a lot of great cuisines. And then I used to host a radio show for 18 years on iHeartRadio, hosted and executive produced it. And we used to offer gift certificates at discount prices to a lot of cool hotels, getaways, restaurants, and more. So through that, I got a chance to sample. And then through my work on PBS, have had an opportunity to interview people like Jacques Pepin, years ago, Julia Child, and so many other great chefs, Nick Stellino, in the studio, and they would cook for us while we're interviewing them. They would cook all this amazing food. So get a chance to really expand your horizons. So that sounds really good, Renee. We're going to have to go there. Maybe one of these days we'll hang out in the city and you can show me where that is. Cindy Garvey, that's right. She was the original host of the morning show with Regis Philbin, which is now live with Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest. And Gelman, Michael Gelman, who you see on the show, you know, they tease him all the time. Gelman, he's the original executive producer since 1983. Gelman on Live with Kelly and Ryan is the original executive producer of the show. That's very rare to have longevity like that, but the show is really good. And it's taken off, and it's people love it, and I enjoy watching it as well. So, being a host myself, I enjoy watching other hosts as well. We all support each other. Great show again tonight. Thank you very much. And what does Margie say? I'm making toast to you. So you're toasting, drinking cherry Coke. Good. Cherry Coke is good. Sounds like a great place to visit. Absolutely. And more comments coming in here. Great pictures. You are very photogenic. You know who says that all the time? My mother. My mother says that. And of course, a mom's going to say that. Hey, if you're just joining us, I want to show you this again. Look at this jacket. I don't know if you joined us late. I wear these. One of my other things is hosting at MGM. See if I bring that in close. Only the best for you guys on the Jim Masters Show live. And there you go. There's the jacket, sparkly jacket on a Saturday night with the disco ball and George and all the I was going to say all the fools here, but maybe I shouldn't say that. Another Freudian slip. No, all of the cool cast of characters, not the fools. A must-see Bubble Lighthouse lit up with Christmas lights at Christmas. Very nice. Yeah, that sounds really, really nice. Love your picks and the stories that go along with them. Thanks for sharing it. My pleasure. I love telling stories. I'm definitely a storyteller. That I do get from my dad. Sense of humor and storytelling might be the Irish part of me. We love telling stories, and we love sharing stories with you because, some of these places you may never have, been to. And so no bad pictures of you, Jim. That's because you're a handsome man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Any of the bad pictures, they get burned with the wood in the fireplace, Margie. They go into the fireplace and they're gone. Now, we all take bad pictures from time to time, of course. You were born in Amsterdam, but now live in the south of Holland. Beautiful, beautiful. I wish I had known you when we were there last year and the year before, Willie. We would have stopped by and maybe had some lunch and maybe had, maybe a stroopwafel. What is it, a stroopwafel? The stroopwafels, those are delicious, very sweet, but boy, are those good. And the beer, of course, there, the Heineken is very, very big there. The chocolates are really delicious there, and the cheese is amazing. Watch the episode of the Jim Master Show live on YouTube, and you'll see some of the places we visited. It It was really terrific. And I think you joined us after we had done that episode already, but it's still on YouTube. If you want to see any of the past episodes of the Jim Masters Show live, just go to YouTube, go to Jim Masters TV. I invite you to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. Just click on it and you have access to all the great videos and so much more. You have a very interesting job that takes you to interesting places. You're right, because I wear so many different hats in the industry. I get a chance to experience a lot of different places and a lot of different people. And some of the people that you've seen on this show as guests, especially in the early weeks, are people that I know personally who are friends of mine, like Mairead and Paul Green and Dwight and all the different ones. And they just wanted to hop right on the show. And it's really beautiful. So we have so many great guests. And thank you very much. I appreciate that, Ernestine. And North Carolina is beautiful too. The Outer Banks. The Outer Banks, not necessarily the place to be if it's a hurricane, but North Carolina has a lot of beautiful areas as well. I have a friend who lives in Asheville. My sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, for a while they had moved from the north to Raleigh-Durham area, and now they're in Florida, but they had lived in that area and enjoyed it as well. Ever have a Chicago-style hot dog? No. I need to have one of their hot dogs, because definitely I've had the New York hot dogs and the New England hot dogs, and same thing with the pizza. I also got to try deep dish pizza. I need to try some Chicago deep dish pizza. I love pizza. You know, I'm exposed to the New York pizza, and also the pizza in New Haven, Connecticut is also delicious. Really, really good. So I'll have to try that. Yes, hot dog. We'll have to try that. Wish you had beaches in Iowa. I know you're in the center there, but you've got beautiful countryside, that's for sure. So I would imagine when you guys want to cool off, if there's not a swimming pool, you probably go to lakes, right? You go to the lake. I don't know if you go in the river, but you probably go to the lakes, right? And my cousin's up in Massachusetts. They live on the Massachusetts-New Hampshire border, literally on the border. And they have this beautiful house on a lake up in Ashburnham, Massachusetts, actually. And from their kitchen window, you can look out the window across the lake and you see the top of Mount Monadnock in New Hampshire. It's absolutely beautiful. You know what they actually did? My aunt and uncle in Massachusetts, my mother's brother and his wife, Dorith, the one that I mentioned is from Vienna, Austria originally. They live in Massachusetts. When they got married years ago, they purchased this land on this lake, and they were going to use that for their retirement. They were going to make that the place where they were going to retire, build a home there and retire. They gave the land to my cousin and her husband. My cousin's husband, my cousin's from Massachusetts, but her husband comes originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. When they got married, I was the ring bearer in their wedding, actually. I was the ring bearer in 2 cousins' weddings. And my sister was the flower girl as well. And my aunt and uncle actually gifted the beautiful land on the lake to my cousin and her husband, my cousin Adrian, and they built a beautiful home on the lake. So then they saw other land years later that was available that had this, and there was no house built on it, on the other side of the lake, that had this stunning view of Mount Monadnock from the back of the house. You look out the kitchen windows, you look out the bedroom windows, there's the lake, and they're very active on the lake. They go boating, swimming, fishing. It's beautiful. They have a private beach. You know, all of the houses have their own beach. The house leads to a path that goes right to their own beach and their dock and everything. Really nice. We love going up in the summer and the fall to visit everybody. We got to go up this summer. We usually take our trips up there to see everybody in Connecticut, Massachusetts. So they sell the house that they built on the land my aunt and uncle gave them. And then they built a larger house on land on the other side of the lake where they had this stunning view of Mount Monadnock in New Hampshire towards like Ringe. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really fantastic. Really beautiful. You ever get a chance to go up to those areas there in New England, it's really, really nice. So Could you crave Marchie? Loveity from Jim. Yes, Loveity coming your way tonight. Yeah, Isigari. Yes, Isigari. You remember Isigari has been our viewer of the week for the entire week. And tomorrow night, we're going to announce a brand new, on Father's Day, a brand new viewer of the week. Who will it be? Who's going to be the viewer of the week? We salute you in Barcelona, Spain, Izzy. You've been a fantastic viewer of the week. You have worn that crown beautifully all week long. It was passed to you by our previous viewer of the week, Christine Fairwood. And tomorrow you hand it off to whoever the next person is, and we will find that out tomorrow on the Father's Day episode of the Jim Masters Show live. Yes, that is the Nubble Lighthouse. The picture that you saw behind me, Karen, there is the actual Nubble Lighthouse, York, Maine, lit up at Christmas. Gotta love autocorrect can really make or break you, right? Especially on the phone. So yeah, that is the beautiful Nubble Lighthouse behind me. And you can't access the lighthouse directly because where those rocks are behind me, there's a cutoff. The rocks end, and then there's water, and that's on its own separate island behind me there. But that's a beautiful lighthouse there. Really, really nice and worth a trip from anywhere to go check out that lighthouse, York, Maine. And you need to burn all your pictures as you don't like any of your pictures, huh? What does everybody have in their glass? Am I the only one who has the glass to toast with? I know one of you has cherry Coke. I think it's Margie. Yes, Stroop waffle. Those are delicious. First time we ever had them was when we were there in Amsterdam. Love them. We came home with a couple of boxes of them too. We fit them in our luggage, and then we were digging in them. We actually had them in our carry-on, and we were digging in them. Yes, Utrecht, wonderful, wonderful city, very modern city there in Holland. Loved it. Deep dish pizza is good. That's fantastic. I got to check that out. Sicilian is very big here on the East Coast. A lot of people here, they like the Sicilian pizza, the big square pizza as well. And Renee has wine in her glass. Okay, so we will toast. What kind of wine? We have a little Chardonnay here. We've been doing a lot of lemonades and iced teas and green teas and different things, but Saturday night we figured we spark up with a little Chardonnay. And let's see, we've got some hot green tea. These are fun. These, on these nights, on Saturday nights, I hope you enjoy these as well. I really enjoy this because we really get a chance to host and viewer really get a chance to be interactive, and we get to learn about each other's lives. And you don't always get a chance to do that, in television, radio, or even here on, social media platforms or YouTube or anything. Usually things are pre-recorded or the host is just yapping towards you and there's not a lot of interactivity. I love this because we have our shows where we have our guests, we have our shows where we have food, we have musical entertainment, we take you on location. Sometimes we've gone along the coast. I'm going to take you to some cool places coming up, so don't go anywhere. But on nights like this, it's us. And I think that's really cool. I look forward to nights like this where we get a chance to just learn about each other and just enjoy each other's time. You know what I mean? This is cool. It's fun. We're here. We see all the comments, and Ernestine has the hot green tea, which is really, really good. And Renee loves the Stroop waffles. We go to a Dutch settlement town, Pella, that is south of you, to buy the Dutch goodies. That sounds good. What are some of the other Dutch goodies that you get in addition to those Stroop waffles? Those are really, really good. I know you can really get addicted to those Stroop waffles, right? They're like potato chips. You can't just have one. Red wine locally made. That's another thing we like to do from time to time, is go to the vineyards, to the wineries, and sample a lot of the different types of wines. That's always a good day trip as well. We really love doing that. Folks, I want to make mention and remind you as well that if you would like to see past episodes of the Jim Masters Show, it's very easy to check it all out. It's all on YouTube. Also, If you want us to show photos of your father, maybe your husband's a father, boyfriend, grandfather, uncle, somebody that is like a father-like person in your life, and you want us to celebrate them tomorrow on Father's Day, why not? Email some photos of your the dad that's in your life or grandfather, and we'll try to show them tomorrow on the show. That's right. Email them to jimmasterstv at gmail.com. That's jimmasterstv at gmail.com. And if you can get them to me by hopefully tonight or maybe tomorrow by, at least 1 p.m. Eastern, that'll be great, because we'll try to, assemble those and we'll maybe show them on the show tomorrow, and we can celebrate your dad, your grandfather, or whoever it is that you want us to celebrate, who's been that very important male role model in your life. My father is, my grandfathers, uncles, a lot of wonderful people in my life that are great role models as well. And hopefully I am one, which is a key. And again, if you want to see the past episodes, just go to the YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV at YouTube. Check it out. And a couple more comments coming in here. Let's see. I am ready. Yeah, Willie, you have been really a trooper, Willie. And I don't drink wine there. You don't drink wine where? In bed? I hope not. And if it's red wine, it stains. So definitely, I don't drink wine there. So hopefully it's not, you don't drink wine in bed. Beer is very big in Holland. I noticed that. Dutch letters, almond cookies, apple bread, and many other yummy things of the Dutch nature. Love that. 2:45 a.m. The update there from Willie. Well, gang, I got to tell you, this has been another fantastic show. I don't know about you, but these shows to me go incredibly fast, whether we have guests or, I like to reserve the weekends for us, as much as possible. But hopefully you guys are having a great night, and it's a beautiful Father's Day for you. If your father's not here with you anymore or is, gone, well, as we say, light and loveity and good memories. And if your grandfather is somebody that was very special in your life and they're no longer here with you as well, we tip our hat to all of the people that have meant something in your life. And you mean something to me, that's for sure. And that's why I always say on this show, where we have Loveity and light as well, you guys are the star. I might be the host and the star as the host of the show, but you guys, all of you, you and you and you and you and you and you, all of you, you guys are the stars of the show. Absolutely. Love it. Relax, breathe. We say this all the time. It's become sort of a ritual here on the show. Breathe and relax. You guys be good to one another, love one another, try to inspire one another. Just doing something like this, a show like this Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show, it's a blessing to do, and I hope it inspires you when you go back and you watch these shows again. Maybe when you're having a rough day and you watch the shows, just remember to relax, to breathe, to care. We're hoping that, with everything we've been going through with pandemics and economic situations and social unrest and everything that's happening around the world, that we are, and you've heard some of the conversations we've had with some of our amazing guests. We really hope that perhaps this is a reset and we'll come back out of this to something better. Wouldn't that be cool if this what we rose out of the ashes better and more loving and happy? Some may say that's a little Hollywood, that's a little Pollyanna. No, it doesn't cost anything to be nice. It doesn't cost anything to be friendly. It doesn't cost anything to say a nice word or to help somebody when they're struggling with a package or hold the door for somebody. Even with masks and social distancing, you can still be nice. You can still think about the other person as much as possible. So we try to do. And we're thinking about you on this Saturday night of Loveity, here together on the Jim Masters Show Live. Very nice. All right, gang. We're going to get ready to wrap up. I mean, We've had a wonderful show here with you guys. Took you around the world, some great conversations. Have a blessed evening. We will see you tomorrow. Father's Day episode, another beautiful episode. Viewer of the Week as well. I really love the fact that I started this Viewer of the Week concept because I really like celebrating you guys, especially on the weekends. I think it's very important to recognize you and to celebrate you because you are amazing. It gives me great joy to do the work that I do professionally and the work I'm doing here as a host of this particular show, the Jim Masters Show Live, knowing that it's impacting you in the ways that you tell me all day long. So here's what you can do. You can share the links to these shows. You can invite your friends and family to tune in. Tell them about the YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Subscribe to the channel. I love that. That's at Jim Masters TV. Same thing with the Facebook page, Jim Masters TV. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter as well at Jim Masters TV. Fun show. Absolutely, Kathleen. You're looking beautiful as always. Another great show. Isn't it great? We've got the Snazzy Jacket. We've got the Disco Ball. We've got all your cast of characters here. George Burns, Silver, Jimmy, Jeannie, and we have you. And even when it's just us together, that's what it's all about. You don't always have to have all the frills. Just have the friends and have a lot of loveity. It's a new word, loveity. And as Eileen Barker said in Australia, we had a ripper of a time. We've talked tonight about Rippa, Kelly, and Ripper, the Australian version of have a good time. Isn't that cool? From Rippa to Ripper. And good night, everyone, from Jacqueline. Thank you very much. Good night, Kathleen, as well. Good night, John Boyce, like the Waltons. Goodbye. Everyone have a good night and a great day tomorrow. You too. Been sharing and having watch parties of your shows. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. That is very cool. This, even though these usually go to Willie, but I think Willie and Holland went to bed. These will go to you as well for all of your wonderful support and love of the show and all the fun we like to have here. So we got the Snazzy Jacket. One more look. Maybe I'll pull this jacket out again. I think I wore it before, but I don't think I ever showed you all this coolness to this jacket, huh? It's fun. And you guys have a beautiful evening, and I really appreciate that. Eat tasty, pleasant evening. Willie doesn't go to bed until I say goodnight. I go to sleep. See you tomorrow. If I keep talking for another 20 minutes, Willie will come back and she will still be there. Okay, Willie. These are for you too. You have a good evening, Willie. Get some sleep. Rest up. It's Father's Day here in America tomorrow. And we'll be celebrating the dads again one more time. Or if you just joined us late in the show, if you have photos that you would love for me to share on the show tomorrow evening, well, all you have to do is send them my way. Send them to jimmasterstv at gmail.com. That's Jim Masters, JIMMASTERS, TV, Jim Masters TV at gmail.com. Could be your father, could be your brother, your grandfather, anybody that's a dad and anybody that, you want to celebrate tomorrow on Father's Day. I'll also show some photos of my grandfathers and my dad and as well. So I'll be sharing that with you as we celebrate fathers all around the world on Father's Day tomorrow. So if you want to have some photos of your loved ones shown on this show tomorrow, just send them my way to jimmasterstv at gmail.com. All right. Again, very viewer-centric here on the Jim Masters Show. Amazing week of shows as well beyond Father's Day. Let me remind you. Oh, I wanted to do this too. I've been meaning to share that. If you have a rough day, if you're having a tough time with everything we've been going on with pandemics and all the craziness that we've dealt with, here's a little loveity from your host, Jim Masters, to you and to your loved ones. Just a basic smile. Try to remember to smile as often as you can. All right, gang? Just smile. Another new face here on our show. We'll call that face the face of Loveity. All right, there's the face of Loveity. And maybe one day I'll see you guys in the Salt Cave and you can join me, and when we're able to hold hands again, we'll hold hands and beat drums at the Salt Cave. and we'll make pierogies together as well. All right. I wanted to show you some of the guests that are coming up. And now I know when these are in the archives, these shows, the guests are already past, but we've got some cool people coming up. Monday, award-winning television stage actress Lane Bradbury. You've seen her in multitude of films and Broadway and television. She's going to be here on Monday. Coming up in the future, veteran television news anchor and network anchor and radio host Rita Cosby is going to be here. Sean Wiley, fabulous singer, dancer, choreographer with the popular group Under the Street Lamp, seen on public television. He's going to be here. In a matter of weeks, Cindy Williams. Yes, the wonderful Cindy Williams, brilliant actress, singer, and so much more. She was Shirley Feeney on Laverne and Shirley. She's going to join us. You see her there on the left as Shirley Feeney. There she is today. I've had an opportunity to meet her on multiple occasions. She's wonderful. Brilliant actress Danny Bolaro is going to be joining us. Brilliant singer and legendary performer Ann Hampton Calloway is going to be joining us here on the show. All amazing guests. Creator of the Happiness Club, Lionel Ketchian, is going to be joining us here on the show. Saxophonist Mike Casey is going to join us here on the Jim Masters show as well. So some really cool people. And this doesn't even scratch the surface of the people that are going to be joining us here on the program. And I told you Willie was still going to be up. And shout out from Brazil, Jim, Saturday night. And I'm here. We're light, levity, and love rain. Love that. Carla, it's great to see you from beautiful Brazil. How is your day going today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Brazil is a beautiful country. Haven't been there yet, but I have a lot of colleagues and friends who have been, and they love Brazil. And it's a beautiful country, and a lot of great food there, and music, and the beautiful coast. Rio de Janeiro, and so much more. So Carla, it's wonderful. That's a beautiful picture of you too. That's a really, really nice picture. A beautiful smile you have there. You just look so blessed and joyous and happy in that photo. I know I'm looking that way, but on my screen, she's there, but on your screen, it's like she's there, right? She's on that side, but Carla, whatever side of the screen you're on, you look amazing. And thank you very much for the shout out from Brazil right here on the Jim Masters show. So I shout out to everybody in South America and Brazil. Lights, camera, action on the Jim Masters show. Hello to everybody in Brazil. Feel free to share the show, share the links, subscribe to the YouTube page at Jim Masters TV. Carla, tell all your friends in South America and Brazil to watch the show, share the links. We've got a worldwide audience that continues to grow by leaps and bounds, and people like you joining us, Carla, we really love it. So beautiful to see you here. And again, I'm very happy to have you here. And terrific, Renee. You'll send a picture of your dad, Jim Jones. That is wonderful. Thanks for the show. You enjoy Willie. We enjoy you as well. And good, Willie, you've got to go to bed. Bay, Jim boy. Exactly. This is fun. And there's your smile. And hopefully that's you sleeping. All right, gang. From all around the world, from Holland to Australia to Brazil to California to Iowa to Chicago to New Jersey, New York, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Ireland, England, Spain, France, Italy, Japan. We really have heard from all over the world. It's a blessing to have you here. We're going to wrap up for tonight. We will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Again, if you'd like to have some of your dad's and grandfather's photos and other photos shown on the show tomorrow, try to send them to me if you can tonight at jimmasterstv@gmail.com, or at least by tomorrow morning or afternoon by about 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that way we'll have time to, download them from the computer and then upload them to our TV show here on the Jim Master Show Live. Night all from, bye-bye all from Renee. Good night, Renee in Iowa. You're very welcome, Christine. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And again, we toast you and you and you and you and you and you and you on this Saturday night of Loveity. It was a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun. Even if we're just here chatting with you, it's always a blessing. And it's always good to see you guys. So we're going to wrap up. Love you all. You take care. You have a wonderful night. Thanks for being with us here on the Jim Masters Show Live. We toast all of you. Remember to breathe, relax. We'll see you tomorrow for Father's Day. Send me those photos and we'll try to get them on the show for you. Share the links to the show. Tell all your friends. Keep those comments coming on YouTube and Facebook. We love them all. We're just getting started, folks. We're wrapping up week number 7, and it's been a blast. It's been truly amazing. Last night, Kathy Garver from Family Affair was on the show. It's just absolutely amazing. So love you all. You guys take care. You have a good night. Thanks for watching the Jim Masters Show Live with our disco ball spinning with color and so much more to brighten your day with Loveity, our new word here on the show. And we wish you all the very best. We send you light and love from all of us here at the Jim Masters Show Live. All right. So good night. And now we play the music. 3, the Jim Masters Orchestra. 3, 2, 1, cue the music. Here we go. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Good night, good day, good morning. I know, Eileen, it's morning. You're having breakfast in Australia. So I should say good day, but wherever you are, just have a good time. We'll see you tomorrow on the Jim Masters Show Live. Bye-bye.